From Midsommar revealing its entire plot through a mural, to Shutter Island giving away Teddy's true identity, here are some films that spoiled their endings during the opening shots. Starting off with one of the most well-known examples, Fight Club. The movie starts with a bang, quite literally, as Edward Norton's unnamed narrator finds himself in an unnerving position, with a gun pressed against his own mouth. The audience is immediately thrown into a life-or-death situation. But little do they know that this is just the tip of the iceberg in David Fincher's mind-bending cult classic. From the very beginning, the film plays with the viewers' minds, leaving them on the edge of their seats. As the story progresses, the audience is taken on a roller coaster ride, trying to make sense of the enigmatic characters and the mysterious events unfolding on the screen. But it's the ending that truly leaves jaws dropping and mind spinning. As the pieces of the puzzle start to come together, the shocking revelation hits like a ton of bricks. The narrator, who was initially seen at the mercy of a gun-wielding Brad Pitt's Tyler Durden in the opening scene, is actually the same person all along. The narrator is Durden. The gun was in his own hand. And if this reveal was enough to blow your mind, then brace yourself. It only gets better from here. Remember Skyfall? In the world of 007, nothing is ever as it seems. And the opening credits of Skyfall, the 23rd installment of the iconic spy franchise, was no exception. As the audience settles in for another thrilling adventure with the super agent, they're treated to a dreamy credit sequence that sets the tone for the film. But little do they know, hidden within this seemingly innocent montage lies a major moment of brilliant foreshadowing that hints at a shocking turn of events. The credits roll with the familiar names of the cast and crew, accompanied by stunning visuals and a hauntingly beautiful score. Among the credits, Judi Dench's name and character M appears in front of a cemetery backdrop. At first glance, it may seem like just another artistic choice for the credit sequence.
Just one more thing to say. My late husband was a great lover of poetry, and I suppose some of it sunk in, despite my best intentions.
But as the story unfolds, the true meaning of this cemetery backdrop becomes clear. As the plot thickens, M, the head of MI6 and Bond's trusted mentor, finds herself in a sticky situation. Her past comes back to haunt her, and she faces an enemy who seeks revenge. And as the story reaches its climax, the audience is left in shock as M meets her maker in a cemetery, just as the opening credits had foreshadowed. But of course, in the horror genre, nothing is quite as chilling as a good old-fashioned foreshadowing, and Ari Aster's 2019 folk horror film Midsommar takes this concept to a whole new level. As the film opens, viewers are treated to a striking mural depicting various Swedish rituals. Little do they know, this mural is actually a visual roadmap of the horrors that will unfold throughout the film. The mural is a work of art, with intricate details depicting scenes that seem innocent enough at first glance. There's a maypole dance, a seemingly harmless event that is often associated with joyous celebrations. There's also a cliff jumping scene, showcasing the daring and adventurous spirit of the characters. But as the story moves on, these seemingly harmless rituals take on a much darker meaning. As the characters embark on their journey to a remote Swedish commune to partake in the festivities of the summer solstice, the audience realizes that the mural was a clever foreshadowing of the horrors to come. As the film reaches its climax and the true intentions of the commune are revealed, the audience realizes that every ritual depicted in the mural has indeed occurred.
When you casually gift me an impromptu bouquet of flowers, that just makes me think, how and when am I supposed to pay that back? Everything you give me is a reminder that I'm not doing enough for you in this relationship.
The pieces of the puzzle start to come together, and the full story of the film is laid bare. The mural, which initially seemed like a decorative background element, becomes a crucial piece of the narrative, a clever tool used by the filmmaker to guide the audience on the journey of unraveling the mystery. Shifting genres from horror to the more psychological, we have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. When it comes to unexpected twists and turns in a movie, leave it to the master of quirkiness, Jim Carrey, to deliver. In the 2004 sci-fi romantic comedy, Carrey plays Joel, a man who seemingly makes a spontaneous decision to hop on a train from Queens to Montauk without any explanation. Little does he know, this spur-of-the-moment choice is just the beginning of a mind-bending journey that will uncover a hidden past and a lost love. As Joel settles into the train, he encounters a friendly and eccentric stranger named Clementine. Their interactions are filled with playful banter and chemistry.
My own peace of mind. I'm not perfect.
I can't see anything that I don't like about you.
But you
right
will.
Now I can't.
But you will.
You know, you will think of things, and I'll get bored with you and feel trapped because that's what happens with me.
Leaving audiences wondering how these two seemingly unrelated characters are about to intertwine their fates. But as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Joel and Clementine are not strangers at all. In a stunning twist, it's revealed that Joel and Clementine have not only met before, but they have also dated each other. However, they have each undergone a special treatment to erase all memories of their relationship from their brains. The train ride to Montauk was not a random decision for Joel, but rather a subconscious echo of a memory that remained despite the memory wipe. It was the result of their past selves' promise to meet each other in Montauk, a promise that persisted despite their attempts to forget each other. Another great example from an equally great psychological thriller is Shutter Island. In Martin Scorsese's psychological thriller, Nothing Is As It Seems, the movie follows the story of Teddy Daniels, brilliantly portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his partner Chuck Owley, played by Mark Ruffalo, as they investigate a mysterious mental health asylum located on a remote island. But as the plot thickens, a subtle clue in an early scene involving Chuck's gun handling skills hints at a shocking revelation that turns the entire investigation upside down. As Teddy and Chuck arrive at the asylum, Chuck attempts to deholster his gun, but he fumbles it, a detail that may seem inconsequential at first. However, as the story unravels, this seemingly minor incident takes on a deeper meaning. It's a clever foreshadowing of the truth that Chuck is not actually an investigator, but Teddy's doctor, and that Teddy himself is a patient at the institution. The investigation, which Teddy believed he was conducting to uncover the truth behind the disappearance of a prisoner, was actually an elaborate treatment plan designed by Chuck to help him confront his own traumatic past. The fumbled gun is a subtle clue that Chuck, posing as an investigator, isn't familiar with handling firearms because it's not his area of expertise. And as crazy as this was, it still pales in comparison to The Sixth Sense. In M. Night Shyamalan's iconic thriller, the opening scene sets the stage for a spine-chilling tale that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. Therapist Malcolm Crowe, played by Bruce Willis, finds himself facing a former patient, Vincent Gray, who has broken into his home. What follows is a shocking turn of events that leaves Malcolm seemingly surviving the encounter. But little do the viewers know that this is just the beginning of a mind-bending twist. Throughout the film, the audience follows Malcolm's journey, witnessing his interactions with his wife, colleagues, and even his own reflections. However, in a jaw-dropping revelation, it's unveiled that the shot fired by Vincent in the opening scene was indeed fatal, and that Malcolm has been dead all along. Vincent was one of Malcolm's patients who possessed the ability to communicate with the dead, and Malcolm's journey to help Cole was in fact his own journey to accept his own fate and move on to the afterlife. Crazy. But hey, that's all for the films that spoiled their endings in their own opening sequences.